Feeds Dave Hunter out of neutral ice. He's knocked over on the play by Ed Castellet.
Scott Stevens watching when he gets rid of the puck. It's Goddess who comes in at him.
And in comes Braun alone. Fires. Glove save to Peters. And he sits down on top of the puck to cover it up. And now quickly Erie is shoved out of there.
It's loose for a second. Down goes Pete Peters. Now watch Erie. Talk about protection. Watch two of the biggest linesmen in the National Hockey League. There's Civic. Collins comes in, and you talk about protection. It's like what Doug Williams must feel like behind the Hogs in Washington.
Blue line. It's passed over to Jim Johnson. Walking in, tries to get in front of the net. He's knocked down on the play, and Ledyard has the puck now for Washington. Needs help from Pete Peters, but the concern now for the Penguins, Jim Johnson.
I think he hit his leg, the side, on that net. Watch as he's taken out of the play. Muscled up there by and slashed, it looks like, by Scott Stevens, and that's why the fans want a penalty. You see how he hits his side right up there on the hip.
Under his own power, so he's all right. Gustafson kicks it along. Now it's grabbed by Scott Stevens. He feeds to center for Castellet. Castellet tripped up on the play, but Adams cuts in, fires! Back to the goal for Lemieux. Now Lemieux gets a slash from Kevin Hatcher and is holding his face. There's been no penalty call so far. Lemieux puts his glove back on and continues playing. Now winds up and drives the puck at Hatcher.
Van Hellemond. I thought he was trying to go at Van Hellemond.
I don't think he'd shoot at the ref, but he shot at Hatcher, that's for sure. Now it's trapped against the back of the netting, and play is called, and Van Hellemond was on the other side of Kevin Hatcher, so you can interpret it that one any way you want, but I think he was trying to shoot the puck at Kevin Hatcher.
Well, I don't blame Lemieux for being angry. Hatcher, there was no question, was using that stick. Look at once. That's the one that got him. The blade gets up there twice. And then finally bumps him off the play, but Lemieux had been hurt by that point. No call from Van Hellemond. You go in and score a goal. I mean, look where he's lined up. He's got room there. That is not even close to the front of the net.
Now he's getting, we've got Loney talking it over with Hatcher as Hatcher goes to the box.
Honeyworth and Scott Stevens. Keep an eye on it here. Here comes Hatcher. Once, twice. Number 2 gets Lemieux right up in the face. And watch number 3 while Lemieux's got his head down. Then Kevin Hatcher uses the body to bump him off.
I can understand, Al, like you say, him being upset at the lack of a slashing penalty call there, but you don't shoot the puck at a player, and you don't shoot the puck at a referee. If you do, it's a game misconduct. Shooting the puck at a player like that is a Bush League way to show your disapproval. Giffen right on goal, and Peters makes the save. Now Johnson and Gould push and shove. They drop the gloves. We're going to see a fight here between Gould and Giffen, but linesmen Kevin Collins and Mike Civic get in there to break it up. Now something starts in the face-off circle as Giffen wants to talk it over with Scott Stevens. Pile up behind the net. Murphy starts out now for Washington. That is now Quinn's 35th goal of the season. Corriveau hangs on right at the blue line. Now Corriveau steps in there against Goddess, and some pushing and shoving starts. Steve Leach becomes involved.
And Mike Civic has got Ivan Corriveau, and now Andy Van Hellemond has got to pull a Penguin player out.
Murphy's in the middle of it there. He's holding on to one of the Pittsburgh players that has lost a helmet.
Coffee, I think.
I'll tell you, I give Corriveau some credit for trying to get something stirred up. The Capitals need to be waked up out there, Al, and they need something to change their fortune here. They got to get things stirred up and started somehow.
I agree, but the Penguins certainly show they've been more than happy to go with the Capitals if that's what they want to do. Take a look at how the whole thing begins. You see the collision there, up there, I guess it's with the... Is that Goddess who's got... Or is it... Yeah, it's Goddess who's got a hold of Corriveau's stick and was pulling him over the blue line to get him offside. Look at Mike Civic come in there. He gets knocked down, but...
Hayward playing for Montreal in that game at the Forum. Montreal leads 3-1 over the Quebec Nordiques.
There you see Miller protecting his goaltender with Brown trying to pry out the puck. Miller comes in to help out. Quinn there goes to the assistance of Brown. Rod Langway and Kevin Hatcher then join in. Not swinging the stick around to try and get him off that way.
Greg Adams drops the gloves now, and Troy Loney does the same. And they are separated by the linesman. Kastelik to the side of the net looking for Ledyard. Sundstrom can't get a stick on it. Now Corvo plays it back to Grant Ledyard. Here's Kastelik. Now Corvo drops the gloves and gets a high stick from Busquets. After Corvo dropped the gloves, Busquets went after the Capitals' Ivan Corvo with his stick. And we'll have more penalties here. Time of these calls will be 19 minutes 9 seconds.
And Jim Johnson and Scott Stevens join up there by the blue line.
Breaks shorthanded to the line. Stevens ties him up and Peters covers the puck. And Scott Stevens giving Lemieux a good bash against the backboards. Scott Stevens.
Rod Langway dropped Ganchar with one blow. And now Corvo was about to go in it with, was it Hillier? And Kastelik jumps in behind. That's got to be third man in for Ed Kastelik.
Mike Civic has a very firm grip on Ganchar and has taken him to the penalty box. And I'll tell you, once Civic grabbed hold of Ganchar, he wasn't going anywhere. Now we've got Corvo squaring off over here with Hillier. Malarchuk leans in with his goal stick and tries to stop him, and he slashes out at Hillier. And Corvo and Hillier exchange some punches briefly, but Corvo is being just spun around by Mike Civic. There's no way he's going to get away from that linesman. I've seen players break free from linesmen before, and Mike Civic's size is definitely a big attribute here. Hillier is being held off by Kevin Collins and taken to the box, and nothing really gets going.
See how this thing starts. No, it's Stevens has got, now see, Hillier's coming from behind, excuse me. Corvo had Stevens. Now Hillier kind of working on Corvo. He finally gets into the picture. And these two are ready to go. Now watch Kastelik come in from behind. Certainly thought that was going to get third man. Kastelik runs and knocks over Randy Cunneyworth. You see the puck nowhere near Cunneyworth. It never got to him. He never.
Lemieux picked up his 61st goal of the season tonight. It came on a power play. And